Hello children, good morning. How are everybody? Are you all okay? Now I'm reminding you once again, don't go in the rain, don't go get wet, then you will have fever, then you won't be able to come to class. So be careful and stay at home and look after yourself, okay? And take care of yourself, right? So we are going to do the revision on English today. So before you start, keep your notebook and your textbook ready, okay? So let's get set. First we are going to learn the meanings on the poem, the Cradle Song. First we just say that, now we are going to sing, we'll say the poem. Just 8 lines we just say that. So all of you write each line 5 times and learn in your rough notebook, right? So what's the first line? What does little birdie say? Little means small, birdie is bird. How do you spell birdie? B-I-R-D-I-E, birdie. Now you won't say birdie because R is a silent letter. It's a silent letter. You say birdie. B-I-R-D-I-E is birdie. What is the next line? So when you write the poem, you have to keep in mind something, that each line has to be written separately, not you write like question answers. So first line, what does little birdie say? In case you can't write it on that first line, write the remaining words in the next line. But when you write the second line, you can't write with the remaining part where you wrote in the second line. You have to write it in the next line. So that's how you write the poem, line by line. Not like question answers you write. So first line, what does little birdie say? In case if you can't write it in your notebook on that first line, you may take the second line. But when you write the second line in the poem, you take the line below what you already have finished. Okay? Clear? Right. So once again we'll repeat that. What does little birdie say? And one more thing I want to remind you is, each line you should begin with capital letter. Don't forget all this. This is the rule when you write the poem. Okay? Right. What does little birdie say? After each word you have to leave space. For example, I'll show you just now. Now I'm going to write the first line on the board. Now I'm going to write here W, capital W. I begin with the capital W. This is the capital W. And what? See, this is how we should write. What? And the stroke should be correct. See, this is the middle stroke. This is the upward stroke. And you know, capital letter always begin with the in the 4-line it has to fit in. And this is also an upward stroke. What does? Now after writing what, you should not write the next word near to this. Leave little space and D-O-E-S, does. What does little? L-I-T-T-L-E. Instead of you say T-T, you say double T. What does little? Now you see, I'm stopping here, but suppose you have no space there to write. Now I got something written on the board. So I'm going to write the remaining part underneath. What does little birdie, B-I-R-D-I-E, birdie say? See, now you see, I wrote the first line on these 2 lines. So we are going to follow the next line here below this line. Okay, we are going to write it over here. So what is the next line? I wrote the first line here. What does little birdie say? So you notice that now after what, I have got space here. After does again space, then little. Now I can't write it here because I've got something written on the board. I wrote the balance over here. So the next line I will not write it here. I will write it in the the following line, the line below that. So the first line is, what does little birdie say? Next line is, in her nest at peep of day. In her nest at peep of day. In. So now we are going to write I capital here again. In her nest, N-E-S-T, nest at P. Now you see, I can't write that remaining words. I'm going to write it down. Peep of day. of day. In a nested peep of day. Then what is the next line? Yes. Let me fly, says little birdie, telling the mother, let me fly. So then you write the next line here, L-E-T, let. I'm not going to write all that, I'm just giving you an idea. So this is how you should write when it is given as form in any class. Okay. Alright. So what does little birdie say in her nested peep of day? Then what is the next line? Let me fly, says little birdie, mother, let me fly away. Now the next stanza. What is the meaning of stanza? 4 lines. Now we finished the first stanza. We are going to do the next stanza. Birdie, rest a little longer. So what did the mother say? Birdie, rest a little longer till the wings are stronger. So she rests a little longer, then she flies away. So these 4 lines learn thoroughly. It can be the first 4 lines or second 4 lines. So depends how you have learned it. Okay. So this we have already taken many days ago. So prepare that. Now let's switch on to meaning words. So keep your books ready. Let me also keep my book here. Peep of day. What is the meaning of peep of day? Start of the day, the beginning of the day, the morning break or the time when the birds and the sun comes up. That is called the peep of day. Start of the day. Rest. Now in the book it is given here rest. That means to wait. Telling the birdie to rest means to wait till your wings are stronger that you can fly. The mother bird is telling the little bird, you wait. That means to rest in the sense here, in meaning here in the book, to wait unless you become stronger. Only then you can fly. Limbs, arms and legs. Your arms and legs are called limbs. Arms and legs are called, that's a one word for arms and legs, you say limbs. Okay. Now you turn to page number 4. Take your text itself. Okay, it's on the text. In the notebook also there is banks. What is the meaning of banks? Yeah, either sides. Either means both sides of a river. There will be land, that is called the banks. So the land on the 2 sides of a river. Lily pad. A round leaf of water lily. You know what is water lily? It looks like a lotus itself. That's called water lily, and its leaves are round in shape. That is called the lily pad. Scare. Make someone feel what? Feel afraid. Yes, somebody gets frightened when without any information. Suppose something jump in front of you, or something which is frightening you, like if you see a snake or something, you get frightened. That because you are not expecting. This is scare, means to make someone feel afraid. Brook, a small river is called a brook. Small river is called a brook. Nodded, you shaking your head to say yes. Sometimes you say like this also, that is no. Nodding means shaking your head up and down. Move the head up and down to say yes. Mischief, something which is naughty action, which is maybe can be a wrong action also. That's called mischief. Suppose somebody you're pushing or pulling, that is all mischievous. Children are very what do you call, hyper nowadays, so they keep pulling and pushing and all that. That is called mischief or naughtiness. So what is mischief? A trick or something naughty. When somebody play a trick here on somebody to push or pull or to scare somebody, to do something to frighten, all this is also the part of mischievousness. So here mischief means a trick or something naughty, which in the lesson we know that the who is trying to be little naughty here, monkey, and the crane trying to be naughty to scare the poor little froggy, isn't it? Yes. So that is the meaning in this lesson. Warned. Warned means to inform somebody earlier or what is going to happen. Maybe it can be bad or it can be good. So giving a warning, this is what going to happen. So the meaning of warned is told someone to be careful because something bad may happen. Yawned, that's what usually we are doing in the class when the class is going on. Use it in yawn. That shows that you're not interested, or you're sleepy, or you're tired. So when you come to class, come fresh, don't yawn. Okay, yawn. Open his mouth wide because he was sleepy. When you're tired or when you're sleepy, you always keep yawning. What is the word? Yawn. Yawn is a past tense word. Okay, right. So now we move on to page number 6. The sentence which is given here, see if it is right or wrong, true or false. True means correct, false means wrong. Now, grandfather frog jumped with a splash. Is it true or false? Grandfather frog jumped with a flash. Is it true or false? Yes, the grandfather jumped because, why he jumped? He jumped because the crane came closer to him to, yes, pick him in his beak. So that the time he jumped off. I shall come back with the next video.